Hola, hola. Oh. Hola, hola, hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, hola. Hola, hola, hola.
Dice que ya se fue al internet. Se fue el internet ayer justo derecha. Vale.
Ah, chicho. No.
¿Qué?
Pero pa, durante el día allá ha sucedido que se ha ido la luz de las lucecitas del internet, de la flecha para arriba y todo eso. 2 veces, 3 veces. Sí, sí, sí. Pero fue más corto, o sea, no fue durante todo el tiempo, fue más corto. Definitivo no. Está fallando, pe.
How can my brand appear in AI search? How can I boost digital brand visibility? Introducing SEMrush One.
Get used to doing the hard work, even when you don't feel like it.
Empieza a aprender a funcionar. Solamente estaba esto y el file. Esto estaba parpadeando, esto estaba blanco.
Good boy, bro.
¿Por qué no salió ayer? Es una suerte que tiene él.
This luck.
Fighting, competition, martial arts.
This luck.
That's what I'm throwing myself into fully. And I'm trying to align 100% of my life into that endeavor of martial arts.
When I was 22 years old, I became disciplined. I remember listening to the Can't Hurt Me audiobook whilst I would go out for runs in the freezing cold UK winters. The world was in lockdown, but this was the most active I had ever been. I trained using equipment I bought online, and even in the rain and snow, I'd show up. A weighted run, followed by a workout outdoors in the park, followed by a weighted run back home, followed by a workout in my home gym in the garage. It was 2 to 3 hours of training every single day. I wasn't doing this just to maximize gains and look good. I was doing this for my mind, to become fitter and more disciplined. I didn't know it at the time, but this disciplined lifestyle was also helping me to become a better entrepreneur and family member. It was amazing for me. But things started to change. I remember being 25 years old and living in London and making a conscious decision to not train as hard anymore. I wanted to enjoy my success. That's what you do, right? But it wasn't about the physique. It was about the hard physical training, the disciplined lifestyle. Very quickly, my health started to deteriorate. I didn't realize how much the training was keeping me in check. This was the first time in years that my life quality went down. And so I remember journaling one day and realizing that in every period of my life where I had trained exceptionally hard, my life quality was so high. And whenever I would slack on my fitness just the slightest, my life quality would drop substantially. I missed the simple days where I'd run to my spot in the park and hit a workout on the gymnastic rings. And so in this period back in 2023, I kept on getting thoughts of entering a season of hard physical training again, like doing a martial arts fight. I always said I would. I even made a public video where I said I'd do a fight. It got 1 million views, and then I backed out and said I wasn't going to do it. It was so embarrassing. What if I finally do that martial arts fight? It would be the perfect season to get me back into the disciplined lifestyle that I miss so much. It'd be a bucket list checked off, something I've always wanted to do. But what if I do a fight and I lose? It might be embarrassing if I lose, but any man who understands this culture would still respect me for stepping into the ring. It's not a small thing at all. You're literally putting your life at risk for the sport, and it would be so good for me. I'd get fitter than I've ever been before. Maybe my resting heart rate would finally get into the 40s, and I would want to carry on that level of fitness forever, even when I'm a husband and a father. I've always wanted a super fit family. I'd have an inspiring story to tell my followers. And the guys who really value fitness in their lives would respect me for doing this, because I don't have to. I already have an established career and decent levels of fitness. One day I was in the gym with my friend Zach, and we were messing about boxing and hitting pads. I told him of my desire of doing a fight, and I said to him that if I didn't do one fight in my life,
¿Qué tienes otra vez para de bebés?
so much regret. He replied, he said something, but I didn't even hear him. I was silent, and I was thinking in my own mind that I'm never going to get younger. Doing a martial arts fight has been on my bucket list for so long, and I refuse to let the years slip by just thinking about it. It's exactly what I need. I'm going to enter the disciplined lifestyle again, and I'm going to train for a martial arts fight. First things first, I needed to find the right gym to train at. I flew business class from UK to Bali and started looking for gyms. I tried one gym, but I didn't really think the teachers in that gym were high quality. I tried another gym, and the facilities in that gym were awesome, but it was super far away. During this time, I kept on hearing about this one gym, which everyone said, if you're serious about fighting, you should go there. And later that day, I randomly checked my Instagram message request, something I rarely do, to see a message from someone saying, hey, I think I just saw you at the gym. I'm one of the fighters here. Let me know and let's hit pads together. I organized the session with him. I came in and we trained for about 2.5 hours straight, and it was so fun. His name was James, and he would go on to be my coach during this time. He's from New Zealand. He's a pro fighter. He's had over 10 fights. He's won every single time. And I also made more friends here. I met Ryan. He's had over 10 fights. He's won every single time. And I also made more friends here. I met Ryan, who's like a real life Spartan. He had his first fight at 6 years old. He's had 55 fights. In one of these first sessions, I spoke to my coach, James, and I told him I wanted to have a fight. And so we locked in. We started meeting up almost every day to train together. James would give me an hour of personalized feedback, constantly analyzing the way that I was moving, training, throwing shots, flinching, and telling me exactly how I could improve. It was like the perfect form of deliberate practice. The types of workouts we were doing were intense. Sometimes we'd go as hard as we could on the pads. Other times we'd go upstairs to the assault bike and we'd go to zone 5, where you literally just go as fast as you possibly can, and you feel like you're about to die, and just keep going and going and going up until the clock is about to hit, and then you can rest for 30 seconds and you have to go back on again and again and again. It was insane. There was times when I dropped to the floor from exhaustion of how hard we were training. I had never trained this hard in my life before. But after every single workout, I would feel the exact same way, tired but fulfilled. That became the motto of this season of my life. We had a vague idea that I would fight in February, which was only 4 months away. And so we started vlogging my training too. I created a new YouTube channel where we would just record the training and I'd talk about what was on my mind, going from someone who was a complete beginner to my first fight. The vlog picked up. It started getting thousands and thousands of views. And then some of my followers made it out here to train alongside me and be in this disciplined lifestyle. Young guys literally traveled across the world to train alongside me. Every day I'd get to the gym and there'd be another guy there saying that he was here in Bali training because he watched me and he was inspired by this. And that's when the fight got confirmed, March 8th. I saw on James's phone, he had a picture of my opponent and he looked like an athlete. He was tall, he plays football, he's been training for years. I've only been training seriously for about 4 or 5 months. This guy has footage of him training from the last few years. And now There's only a few weeks left to prepare. 21 days left, hard sparring, coming home so painful I can't even focus on work, small injuries. 14 days left, sleepless nights, trying to sleep and randomly visualizing myself in the ring with hundreds of people watching after months of building this up. It's actually going to be pretty difficult. I didn't even think about the weight cut before this. It's another thing to think about. I'm going to be in the ring and my mouth is going to be so dry and I'll be nervous and I'll be